Hello, America. I'm Mark Levin, and this is Life, Liberty, and Levin Sunday. Thanks for being here. We have one guest, a great guest, Douglas Murray. He's just a fantastic thinker and scholar, and I want to spend some time with him because I think you're going to find it very compelling. But before we do, we hear about this Mondami. We hear about economic socialism and Marxism and affordability. And ladies and gentlemen, isn't it about time we defend our system? Capitalism, market capitalism. Isn't it about time that we speak out, shout out in defense of prosperity that capitalism has created, the mobility and freedom it's created, and private property rights? Why do we listen to these 34-year-old demagogues who have done nothing in the private sector, maybe served a few drinks or something, but that's about it? Shouldn't we defend it? So let me help. Let me help defend it. Let me go on the offense in defense of our system, capitalism, because socialism exists everywhere, which is why most countries are absolutely destitute and produce nothing and steal our technology. Let's take a look at this. What is available to the middle class in America? As a matter of fact, I don't even like this phrase, middle class. This whole class structure was created by Marx. Middle class, lower class, upper class, the bourgeoisie, the proletariat. This is America. People move in and out of economic categories all the time. People inherit a lot of money, they lose it. People make a lot of money, and then they make more. People don't care to make a lot of money, they just want to make a living and they retire. That's fine too. That's the great nature of a free country and a free economic system. But let's take a look at this. What is available to every single American, or even non-American in this country, when you walk into a supermarket? When you walk into a supermarket, let's take a look. You got all kinds of beef. You've got all kinds of steaks, some from different parts of the world. I understand meat from Japan is especially good. I don't eat it, but nonetheless. You've got every kind of ground beef with different percentages of fat. Oh, I'd like 85% fat. No, 90%. No, 95% no fat. Wow. What other country has anything like that? Maybe you don't like making the patties yourself. You can buy it in patty form. You can buy for $6, for $12, for $24. And by the way, you have refrigerator systems in the store. You have freezer systems in the store. You have all kinds of stuff going on in that store. Other types of food. Well, there's fowl, chicken. You can get it already roasted. You can get different chicken parts. You can get white meat. You can get dark meat. Other types of fowl, turkey, duck. Some that are a little more exotic, if you're into that. What about fish? Oh my God. Fish and shrimp and crab meat to your heart's desire. You can get a whole fish without a head, a fish that's breaded effectively, deboned. You can get fish any kind you want. Shrimp, you want it cooked? You want it have spices? You want it raw? You want jumbo shrimp? That's kind of oxymoronic, isn't it? But maybe shrimp, little shrimp, whatever you want. What else do we have? The deli counter. Oh, don't get me started. That's my favorite place. Hundreds, literally hundreds of types of meat sliced to your liking. Do you want it shaved? Do you want it thin sliced, thick sliced? How would you like it? How much would you like? Quarter of a pound, 3 slices? What do you want? Bologna. Pork bologna, beef bologna, pork and beef bologna. What kind of turkey do you want? Do you want it flavored? Do you want it plain? How about honey? You want honey? You want spices? Ham. My Lord, there's got to be 400 types of ham in there. It just doesn't stop. Salted, low sodium, kosher. In fact, not ham, obviously, but other types of meat. Scores of different types of soda. Diet, regular, zero, in cans and bottles, 8 ounces, a liter, 6-pack, 12-pack, whatever you want. It's right there. There's a whole row. Different types of juices. Oh, yeah. You can get juices that are for sports and energy. You can get juices that have no sugar. You can get this juice, this flavor, that color, whatever you want. There it is. What about the bakery? My second favorite place. Italian bread, sourdough, multi-grain. How many grains you want? You want 6? You want 12? I hate it. I don't like biting into stuff. That's a whole different thing. What about oat bread, hamburger rolls, hot dog rolls, French bread, challah, white bread, potato bread, Hawaiian bread, bagels, baguettes, English muffins. The mind's the limit. How about cakes every size for every occasion? Multiple layers, one layer, cupcakes, cookies of every kind, donuts of every kind, muffins of every kind, pies of every kind, fresh baked, packaged, custom made. Let's head to the vegetable section, shall we? Green beans, asparagus, lettuce, tomatoes. Oh, by the way, organic or not. Tomatoes, cucumbers, carrots, celery, potatoes, sweet potatoes, cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, onions, mushrooms, peppers, beets, corn, peas, 100 more. I can't name them all. Let's head over to the fruit section. Oh, we have a vegan section too. We have a gluten-free section, all kinds of sections. But let's just go to the regular fruit section. Bananas, apples, a zillion different types of apples. Apples I've never heard of before. 10 types of oranges. What kind of orange you want? A big orange, a small? How about a tangerine? How about a mix of a tangerine and orange? We've got the whole thing right here. It's unbelievable. Every other kind of citrus fruit, all berries. Black, blue, strawberry, raspberry, all the melons, watermelons, cantaloupe, honeydew, grapes. You want red grapes or green grapes? Grapes with seeds, grapes without seeds. Just curious. Again, organic or not. 20 different types of everything. You got lemons and limes and grapefruit and cherries. The list goes on and on. You can get them canned. You can get them bottled. You can get them frozen. It's incredible. All in the one store. Isn't it incredible? Capitalism. Capitalism. It's an amazing thing for the average person, for all people. How about the wine section? I don't drink. My wife might get a glass of wine and insists I take a sip. So, I'll take one for the team. But that's about it. All different colors. Rosé, red, white, other colors I can't even think of. Hundreds and hundreds to choose from. Every part of our country, everybody's got a winery now. Have you noticed that? Everybody. And from all over the world, every type of wine. Same with the beer. We got frozen meals up the wazoo for anybody who wants them. Snacks of every kind. Have you seen the popcorn now? We got this popcorn and that popcorn and that popcorn and this popcorn. And this one has no calories. This one has cheese in it. This one has garlic in it. Oh, pretzels. What kind of pretzels do you want? You want the family-sized pretzels, the little pretzel nubs, licorice, same thing. It's incredible. And while you're there, the next aisle, dog food, cat food, parrot food, bird food, 1,000 different types. For your pets, your beloved pets. It's great. What about a flower? Should I get a bouquet for the wife? I do this all the time. There's a florist in the food store, right there. All kinds of flowers, roses from all over the world, all over the country. Daffodils, I don't know what the hell a daffodil is. Tulips, all these, they're all there and they're beautiful. Right there. The pharmacy, big pharma. Big pharma. I hate that phrase. If it wasn't for the pharmaceutical companies, many of us would be dead. It takes a lot of capital to develop drugs. You think they're developed all over the rest of the world, in the third world? You think they're developed in the Middle East, the Far East? You think they're developed in Central America, South America, in Greenland, Antarctica, Antarctica? Most of it's developed right here in the United States of America. And the amount of money they have to invest to create a drug. I know we blow it off because most of us don't know what's going on, but it's a lot. And the rarer the disease, the more expensive because there's not as many people taking it. But you go there. Pretty much, you can get whatever prescription you need. If you can't get it immediately, how's tomorrow? Can we get it for you tomorrow? And over the counter, row and row and row. Toothbrushes, toothpaste. How many types of toothpaste? How many types of toothbrushes? You want one with a battery? You want to plug one in? You want a manual one for the kid, one with Disney on it, one with not? It's amazing. Oh, let's go to the next aisle. What's over there? Diapers. Diapers for adults, diapers for babies. We got all kinds of baby food. We've got all kinds of baby formula. We got baby wipes, 15 types of baby wipes. You want one with lotion in it? You want one that's odor-free? You want one with a little perfume, for the obvious? What do you want? We got 20 types of toilet paper, 1-ply, 2-ply, 3-plies or more. Soft, ultra soft, strong. I don't want to get into it, but you understand. Paper towels, all kinds of paper towels. Paper towels. Oh, and you got sponges. You got plastic utensils, you got paper plates and cups, plastic plates, plastic cups. How about detergents? Oh my goodness, all kinds of detergents. Cleaning supplies, bags, foils, wax paper. Want to go banking? They got an ATM machine. Want to play the lottery? You feel lucky? You're not. You're not going to win, but that's okay. They got one of those there too. Look what we take for granted as a result of capitalism. You know what's amazing about capitalism in these stores? The government has nothing to do with it. Oh, they regulate and they tax. I got that. But when you go into a supermarket, you see all that that's available to you. No other country on the face of the earth. None. And when you check out, would you like a paper bag or a plastic bag or a canvas bag? You know, we prefer those to keep our trash dumps less full, you know. If you'd like that. Oh, and scanners. You scan it. You just scan it. Tell me, how many countries have anything like this? How many countries with socialist economic systems have this kind of variety of foods, drinks, drugs, anything? How many? If they have any at all, it's because they haven't completely socialized their economic system. Because capitalism and freedom, it's like water. It finds its cracks, it finds its opportunities. That's why you have black markets in these communist countries, in these fascist countries. Because people want to voluntarily convey goods, purchase goods, create goods and services. That's only food. I mean, think about how you get it from the farmer and the rancher. Then it has to be packaged. Some of it has to be frozen on trucks and trains and delivered. You know, the plastic, all the other stuff that's used, the ingenuity that goes into this, it's incredible. To the extent any communist or fascist regime has it, it's because they stole it from us. 98% of the new ideas are coming from you and me through a free, relatively free economic system. I haven't even gotten to transportation. Who doesn't own a car, even an old jalopy? Who doesn't have access to a car, some kind of car or a motorcycle? And then gas stations. Liberals wanted to do away with that, but they want to do away with a lot. Gas stations, they're everywhere. Gas pumps, right? Available to you. How much more convenient can it be? And by the way, now they have food stores. You want a sandwich? You want a hot dog? You want a hamburger? What do you want? You want a taco? How about candy? You want some candy? You want any kind of drink you want to get? How about ice? You want some ice? ATM machine? In a little convenience store attached to the gas station. How about air travel? You know, we complain about it a lot. Notice it's always the government that gets in the way. To the extent we now have flights that are canceled and so forth and so on, you can thank the Democrats because they're blackmailing us in order to centralize healthcare, which would destroy the greatest healthcare system on the face of the earth. Can I ask you a question? How many of you even think about going into a country from our country to get healthcare in a country that has government-run socialist healthcare? How many of you run to Canada? You know what? I'm going to get healthcare. I'm going to Canada. How many of you say, I'm going to Britain? Do you say, you know what? I'm getting heart surgery. That's right. I'm going to Paris. No. You go to Paris for clothes. You go to Paris for jewelry, for perfume. You go to Paris if you want to see a country killing itself. You don't go there for medical care. Where the hell in Europe do you go when you say, I want to go for medical care? Nowhere. They come here. Nobody goes to Canada. I'm going to Toronto. I need heart surgery. Have you ever heard anybody say, no way? The greatest system. We don't stand back and look and say, wow. Look what capitalism has created. Look what freedom has created. It's incredible. Air travel. I know it's a pain in the neck. You're going 2,000 miles from the East Coast to the West Coast on a 5-hour flight.